been 3,804 days since the original trademark filing, 1,908 days since the global reveal, 446 days since the first gameplay reveal, 82 days since the direct, 25 years in the making. It is time for Starfield. I will say this, I am going in nearly 100% blind. I don't know a whole lot. The only thing I've seen is the Starfield Direct. So if you guys were a little bit more, if you watch more YouTube videos of like the breakdowns of the Direct, you probably know more than I do. One more thing, if you were watching the VODs of this, if you're watching this on the channel or you're watching this on the stream, if you are looking for a quick run through of the game, I'm not going to be the channel for you. This is going to be a long, slow playthrough. We're going to explore everything. We're going to do everything that we can. It's going to be long. So if you're looking for just a quick playthrough of the game, I'm not going to be the channel for you. We'll call this a bad blind date and we can move on. Okay, start new game. Yes. Goal date, May 7th, 2330. Argos Extractors mining outpost, moon of Vectera.
Seals are good. Oxygen's good. Just do what you did last time, and you're fine. Follow my one simple rule. Hella, what's my one simple rule?
Listen to Lynn. Boss lady knows best.
Exactly. Listen to me. Mining's just like any other job. Go steady, go safe, go home with a pocket full of credits at the end of the day.
Yeah, totally. It's just like, I work in the Stardock. Except, with more cave-ins, lasers, and accidental dismemberment.
Very helpful. Thank you.
You're gonna be fine. Your first outing was solid. And, you know, let's be honest, it ain't exactly astrophysics.
That's why I keep him around. Good pep talks.
Yeah, and the fact that I can pinpoint a helium deposit from 300 meters.
Not untrue. A shame we won't find any down here. But the metal deposits alone should pay for our own helium. Hell, after this, we'll have enough jump fuel to bounce from one end of the settled systems to the next.
Hey, more minerals, more money. And so the cycle repeats itself. Just no more unauthorized jumps in the house for room space, okay?
He's just a big baby. There are worse lives. You know, most Dusties don't even make it this far. I have a good feeling about you.
Group hug now or at the end of the shift?
One of these days, Hella, I am going to leave you behind.
Promises, promises.
All right, there's a lot of talk and dialogue to start out with. We can begin.
Roger that.
Remember, Dusty, keep your breathing steady and never take that helmet off down here. Oxygen processors don't extend this far.
Yeah, Lynn, I'm not thinking about taking my helmet off in an underground foreign planet. I'm not stupid.
Know what I love about working in Freestar Collective space? Fewer regs. A job like this in the United Colonies? Reams of red tape.
So Freestar Collective Space is the kind of space cowboy area. That's one thing I do know from the Starfield Direct.
Look at this one over here. Calvert! No! No. It's a laser, not a sledgehammer.
Yeah, come on, Calvert. What is that? You're not even hitting anything.
Paid per break, you'd be a millionaire.
And Benny, get off your butt. Come on.
Okay. What do we say, Dusty? You make your cut, you get your cut. No exceptions. Come on, pick it up. Troy, what's the yield?
Minimal at this point. Occasional glimmer, but it's weak.
What do you think? Stay the course?
No, ma'am. Juice ain't worth the squeeze.
Well, okay then. Let's call this one tapped. Why don't you move over to that big vein we looked at?
Yes, ma'am.
Dusty, you're up. Grab a cutter and mine what you can. Metal deposits are in that cavern. I'll shout
Cutter.
out when I need you.
Energy of 4, ammo is cutter, accuracy 76.7%, range of 3, fire rate of 76, mass of 4, value 475. Okay, we will take that. Oh. And then, okay, mouse 1 to fire. Okay, great. Can I hit people? Oh, I can. Okay, let's not do that. Okay, we'll take all of that stuff. Run over here. Take you. Come on, there we go. Some of these are a little bit harder to extract. There we go.
Get back up here.
They didn't even give you a name, my good sir. They're just named
A
Miner.
few more digs to go before I feel like talking to you.
Well, I don't even think you're going to be able to talk to me. You're not even a named NPC.
Come
Okay.
on. It's time. You're with me.
And here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
Heller, are you and Isabella here, like buddy? Why's your elbow resting on her?
Down.
Let's go. Hella, get the readings.
Yeah, about that.
Problem?
Not if you consider a spike in gravity readings a problem.
I don't.
You don't?
What we're after? It'll read as an anomaly. That's what I was told anyway.
You believe what you're told?
Freak me out.
Relax. It's just another job. Come on.
You never believe what you're told, Lynn. That's the first rule of, you know, just people lie.
We're getting close.
Oh god, this
I think. Yeah,
well,
everything is just
this seems like something like in a gigantic like tentacle. Like if you ever played the first Dark Souls, this seems like something like the arm of oh god, what was that
Okay, you.
DLC character's name that comes and like snatches you?
Come get you.
Why would anything go wrong?
Would you shut up? Both of you do your jobs. Client is on his way.
Why do I gotta go up there? Why can't Heller go up there? I don't want to go up there. Man, make the Dusty go up there. Hold F to turn flashlight on and off. Okay. Noted.
Still getting weird gravity readings. I guess that's a good thing. Just keep going.
Do you see anything?
Yes, I do. I absolutely see something. I see a bunch of floating stuff. Use the cutter to break up the mineral deposits. Is that good enough? Take the object. Am I gonna get Mass Effect? I got fully Mass Effect. The Reapers are coming. The Reapers are coming.
Dusty, snap out of it.
Hey, come on. Come on. Okay, take it easy. You were out cold. No physical damage. Mentally, the jury's still out. You know who you are? New recruit for Argos Extractors? Ring any bells? Any of this look familiar?
All right. So again, I played we tried to stream this game yesterday. It didn't work. It seems like stream's going well today. Knock on wood that it continues. I played roughly. Oh god. I'm not gonna spoil stuff, but I'll tell you when we got out. Where everything will be new to me. But we did this. I know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna run through the profile that I'm building. But when we get to background and traits, I will read everything again for everybody. I believe I was 33 because that's the closest to what I look like. It's not exact, but I'm not thin. Like, I'm like, can I be like directly middle? I'm like, that's kind of more or less what I am. Yeah, sure. Body type, yes, and then I'm like one shade off of like just the pastiest white person you've ever met. Head shape, I'm not really gonna care too much about all of this. I do care about hair. I don't care because we're gonna be playing. I would imagine we're gonna be playing a lot in first person. I don't think we're gonna go third person too often, but you know, things could change. We'll go with that. I need like a dark brown. That's dark brown, right? Yeah, it's a dark brown. Facial hair, I rock kind of like a 5 o'clock shadow, kind of, not quite beard, but so kind of like that thickness, but not quite that, like, overall. Like, it's a little bit more, we got something a little bit different than that, or is that what we're gonna have to rock? It's probably what, yeah. See, these are too not thick enough. So it's probably gonna have to be that, even though that's technically not exactly what I do, what my facial hair looks like. This also kind of looks like it, but we'll go with this because this is probably a little bit better. Facial hair color, so we need to match that down with 12, probably, for it to look good. It does, great. Eyes, I don't really care about eyes. I do care about eye color. I got hazel, so we'll go something like that. That's good enough. Eyebrows, something that just doesn't look completely weird. I don't have bushy eyebrows. I don't have like super thin eyebrows. Yeah, that's good enough. Why not? 12, just to match it up. Forehead, don't care. Don't care about any of this stuff. Dermesthetic, I guess. Complexion, facial forms, tattoos. I don't have tattoos. Eyeliner, dirt. Yeah. Okay, that's good enough. Generic, random person. Okay. Again, I've read through these. We're going to read through them again. I'm not going to really read starting skills. Basically, from what I've come to understand, the starting skills are, you know, you'll get the first level of a skill in them, but they don't really have that much of an impact, only early in game. So I'm only going to really read the description up here. So, Beast Hunter. From the Ashta of Aquila to the terramorphs that plague the whole world of the settled systems, hostile alien life abounds. You've learned the skills to track them, find them, and take them down. Bouncer. You've worked the line at the toughest clubs in the settled systems. Back then you learned that most non-lethal confrontations can be solved one of two ways: strong right hook or a more strongly secured door. Bounty Hunter. Wherever there are wanted individuals, there are those who profit from their capture, and your quarry knows that in the fastness of space they can run, but they can't hide. I will say this, Bounty Hunter piqued my interest when I selected the character the first time. I don't know, by the way, what route we're going to be going down. I don't know if we're going to be going down a good guy route or the bad guy route. We're going to play this just as we're going to play it. So, Bounty Hunter does pique my interest. Chef. While the unrefined masses scarf down chunks by the shipload, you cater to those with a more discerning palate. In your kitchen, countless alien species became true culinary masterpieces. Combat Medic. Leave it to the human beings to fight over something as infinite as outer space. That's where you come in. You've never been afraid to take on the enemy, but you'd rather take care of your friends. Cyber Runner. From Neon to New Atlantis, the Megacorps stand as monuments to power, prestige, and profit. You've worked for both and against them, and on the inside and out, often sacrificing conscience for credits. Cybernetist. Robots, mere toys, neuramps, good for the parlor tricks. The colony war may have made implants and upgrades available to veterans, but once you saw a greater future, humans and machines as one. Diplomat. The wars are over. Peace now reigns in the settled systems, but only because those that are quietly fighting to keep it. Because of you, agreements were signed, words were heeded, lives were spared. Explorer. They said exploration is a lost art. You didn't listen. As the major factions argued over the space that desperately tried to control, you were busy uncovering the wonders of the settled systems. Gangster. You were always disgusted by suckers killing themselves to make an honest wage. As soon as you were old enough to hold a weapon, you took what you wanted from anyone unlucky to have it. Homesteader. The discovery of the settled systems, many oxygen-rich planets and moons, meant humans could live just about anywhere. If they had known how, you did, and you utilized it to great effect. Industrialist. There was a time when all you wanted to be was a titan of industry, maybe a ship designer or megacorp exec. Thankfully, that skill set never goes out of style in the settled systems. I will say this, I love me a persuasion boy, I love me a security boy, because security's kind of like lockpicking in this game. Long hauler. Let those other hot-headed pilots obsess over laser weapons and maneuverability. You're a space trucker, pure and simple, baby. Pack the cargo, get it there fast, get paid. Repeat. Life is simple, and it's good. Pilgrim. Wayfarer, wanderer, seeker, transient. You've been called many things during your travels and learned something that those others could never understand. The journey is the destination. Professor. You always enjoyed learning, but nothing could compare to the joy of teaching others. As humankind spread throughout the stars, there was never a lack of knowledge to obtain, and you gladly assisted. Ronin. Masterless and unbound, you wandered the settled systems as a blade for hire. To some, you were a simple mercenary, to others a hero, and to a select few, a nightmare they could never wake from. Ronin sounds really interesting. That's a melee-based one, but that does sound interesting for maybe if I ever play this game again. Sculptor. With your knowledge of anatomy and skilled, steady hands, you could have had a lucrative career as a surgeon. Instead, you followed your heart and created works of art to amaze and inspire. Soldier. The settled systems is no stranger to warfare, and if there's one thing armed conflict relies on, it's trained wars with guns and guts. You had both. Simple, bloody work, and you were great at it. Space Scoundrel. Good? Bad? Whose right is it to say? If there's anything you've learned while traipsing through the galaxy, it's this. Space may look black, but it's really just one big shade of gray. Xenobiologist. The settled systems is home to untold alien species, and while none of them have yet proven sentient, that never deterred you. So you sought out and studied them for whatever gifts they offered, and finally, file not found. Oddly, there's no information on file about your past life. Clerical oversight, deletion by some powerful unknown faction, or was there just nothing of note to mention? Whatever the reason, your past is known only to you. What's important is the here and now, and the path you're about to forge. This seemed interesting to me, but I really didn't like the starting skills that came with it. So I'm actually going to go with Space Scoundrel. Good, bad, whose right is it to say? If there's anything you've learned while traipsing through the galaxy, it's this. Space may look black, but it's really one big shade of gray. So with that, I'm going to get pistol certification. Considering the popularity of the personal sidearm in the settled systems, familiarity with such weapons is often considered essential. Piloting. As more people journey into space, the number of those certified to effectively pilot various types of spacecraft have increased dramatically. And finally, persuasion, because I love me a persuasion boy. Persuasion. In the settled systems, the nuanced ability to listen and discuss can often accomplish far more than simply shooting, first and asking questions later. And I think the reason I like this route is simply because I don't know if I'm going to be a good guy or a bad guy in this game. So this seems great because he's good, bad, whose right is it to say? It's kind of all shades of gray, and maybe the route I'm going to go down. I don't know quite yet, but this one, there were numbers that I will say this. Bounty Hunter kind of was interesting. Cyber Runner was interesting. I thought Diplomat could be somewhat interesting. Industrialist was interesting. And then Space Scoundrel. But out of all those, I'm going with Space Scoundrel. That is going to be our background. And finally, traits. As I get a drink, because, boy, this game is going to be... Well, it's not going to be too bad on my voice, because there is voiced, NPCs. It's not as bad as it was for, like, Daggerfall, but give me a minute. All right, so traits. Alien DNA. You volunteer for a controversial experiment that combines alien and human DNA. As a result, you start with increased health and oxygen, but healing and food items aren't as effective. We are playing right now we're playing on very hard difficulty. We could be moving off of that, honestly, depending on how difficult the game gets. But right now we're starting with very hard, so I don't want to do something that's going to get rid of healing and food items that aren't as effective. That seems like a bad idea. Dream home. You want a luxurious, customizable house on a peaceful planet. Unfortunately, it comes with a 125,000 credit mortgage with Gal Bank that has to be paid weekly. This seems interesting. It's definitely in the running for a possible trait. Empath. You are deeply connected to the feelings of others. Performing actions or companions' likes will result in a temporary increase in combat effectiveness, but performing actions they don't like will have the precise opposite effect. I don't like those types of traits. I like to make my own decisions, not caring who or what companion I tick off in the process. Extrovert. You're a people person. Exerting yourself uses less oxygen when adventuring with human companions, but more when adventuring alone. Can't be combined with introvert. So prior to, I guess, streaming and YouTubing Bethesda games, I really didn't use companions a whole lot. I like being a kind of stealth boy who was by myself, and companions aren't really known to be the most stealthy individuals. But I think we're probably going to go with having companions in this playthrough and in the streams. But I don't know if I wanted to go extrovert. We'll say it's an option. Freestar Collective Settler. You gain access to special Freestar Collective dialogue options and better rewards for some missions given by the faction, but crime bounty towards other factions is greatly increased. Can't be combined with any other faction allegiance trait. So I'm not going to go with any faction allegiance trait at all, simply because I don't really know the factions that well, and these seem like traits that may work better for like a secondary playthrough. So we're not going to go with any of those. Hero worship. You've earned the attention of an annoying, adoring fan who will show up randomly and jabber at you incessantly. On the plus side, he'll join your ship's crew and give you gifts. So if you know what I've been doing, I've been playing through the Elder Scrolls games. We've played Arena, we've played Daggerfall. We are currently in the process of playing Battlespire, but it's on hiatus until Starfield's done. We got the first level of Battlespire done, and I had played Skyrim previously. We had never gotten to Oblivion. I know this is a callback to an Oblivion character. What it is specifically, I don't know. I've not played it. We'll eventually play it. But we're absolutely going to pick hero worship. There's no option. It's absolutely in there. Introvert. You really need your alone time. Exerting yourself uses less oxygen. Okay, we're not going that, because if we would be going, we'd be going extrovert. Kid stuff. Your parents are alive and well, and you can visit them at their home, but you will automatically send 2% of your credits home to them weekly. I mean, that's just adorable. We're doing that. Neon Street Rat. This is a faction, but it's for Neon, so same exact thing as Freestar Collective. Raised Enlightened. You grew up as a member of the Enlightened. You gain access to a special chest full of items in the House of the Enlightened in New Atlantis, but lose access to the Sanctum Universum chest. Can't be combined with any other religion trait. Again, religion trait seems like something would be good for a secondary playthrough, so we're not going to do any type of what are these faction allegiance traits, and we're not going to do any religion traits at the moment. Raised Universal, so exact same thing, except it's you were raised as the member of the Sanctum Universum. Serpent's Embrace. You grew up worshipping the Great Serpent. Grab jumping provides a temporary boost to health and oxygen, but health and oxygen are lowered if you don't continue jumping regularly, like an addiction. So that's another religion trait we're not going to take. Space. Your body has become acclimated to space. Health and oxygen are increased when in space, but decrease when on the surface. Can't be combined with terra firma. Interesting. Taskmaster. Occasionally, if you have crew trained in a certain ship system, that system will automatically repair itself to full health whenever it is damaged below 50%. However, all crew cost twice as much to hire. Interesting. That's definitely in the running, I would say. Definitely in the running. Terra firma. You never acclimated to space. Health and oxygen are increased when on the surface, but decreased when you're in space. Can't be combined with space. Okay. United Colonies, so same exact type of faction stuff as the other ones. And then Wanted. Someone put a price on your head, and word is spread. Occasionally, armed mercenaries will show up and try to kill you, but being cornered gives you an edge. When your health is low, you do extra damage. Okay. So what are our Wanted is an option, Taskmaster is an option, Extrovert's an option, and Dream Home is an option. Out of all of those, let's take Dream Home out of the running simply because we're already sending 2% of our credits home to our parents, and I really don't think I'm going to care too much about that. Extrovert, So I'm stuck between Taskmaster and Wanted, so if you have crew trained in a certain ship system, that system will automatically repair itself to full health whenever it is damaged below 50%. However, all crew cost twice as much to hire. Okay. And then Wanted, someone put a price on your head and word is spread. Occasionally, armed mercenaries will show up and try to kill you, but being cornered gives you an edge. We're going to go with Wanted because I think it works best with our background of being a space scoundrel. Like maybe we've pissed somebody off in our previous life, and they're after us, and that's why we also have someone who worships us, because like we're this super cool like renegade person, but we're a kid, and we got parents and stuff. I'm not a kid, but we got parents and stuff. So yeah, we're gonna go wanted. So hero worship, kid stuff, wanted. That's gonna be our traits, and we can finish. Name. My name is Samuel, and I am a he/him, and confirm.
Almost forgot about your application. The one note I had on your file was troublemaker.
Who, me? No.
Well, you got the sample. Client's on his way. Then we all get paid. You remember anything that happened?
What is that thing?
It's our payday, that's what. Sooner we get it off our hands, the sooner it isn't our problem anymore.
I'm going to play it close to the vest, and I'm not going to tell them that I saw or did anything or heard anything. So, I mean, everything's a blank after I went into that tunnel.
Huh. Well, makes the paperwork easier, and we got what we were looking for.
All this trouble for that stupid thing? Huh. Sure don't look like much.
Never mind what it looks like. It's worth more than this mine has pulled in all month. We'll be... Speak of the devil.